once you get your brake pads off, it's a very good time for you to check. Make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be. Clean it up. Oil what you need to oil. Clean what you need to clean. Make sure that your rotor is not scored. So we're just going to take a clean section. Just make sure there's no scoring on there. There's no deep grooves. Everything looks good. It's just a little dirty. Got some brake dust on there. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. So let's get back to cleaning this section, because this is where I'm going to be putting the new brake pads. So let's not have it start off being all grody. Okay. Now, the brake pads in the back of the CanAm, of my CanAm, are little, and the ones in the front are bigger. So make sure that you're buying the right brake pads. I'm using a high quality ceramic brake pad. And this one is going to come with the, I'm going to line up my bolts and pop it in the hole, right, like so. And that brake pad is going to be facing up to me, because when I put the top one on, the other side is going to be facing down, because the brake pad, again, is going to straddle our rotor. So that needs to lock in and hold on up here. Now I'm going to hold my spacing like so. And oh, I should have cleaned these before I put them back in. Hold on. Before I do that, I do want to, we're going to rest that there, right there. And don't let that brake pad fall out. But I do, these were awfully smudgy and dirty, which dropping it on the dirt certainly is not going to help it. But I am going to clean these, because they gave me some trouble getting out. So we're going to clean them, wipe them down before we put them back in, like so. Okay. All right. Now holding that in place, putting my spacer in, wiggling it around that knob at the top. Gonna hold our spacer, and we're gonna try to pop it all the way down into the other hole. Like, come on, get in there. Get in the hole. There, like so. Okay, now that one is in. Now we are going to do the other one, like so. Line up your holes. Should be able to just slide it all the way down in. It should get in the hole. Again, if it doesn't, I know they gave me a little trouble going in and out, so we're gonna try that again. Because it should, like this other one, just pop right in there. And if it doesn't, either I get some dirt down the bottom, or I gotta whack it a little bit. Which I really don't want to whack it, because I had to use the needle nose to pull it out. So it's not gonna go in. So let's see. I can just whack it into place real quick. And if I can't, pull it out and take a look at what's going on, why it won't pop into that spot. Come on. There we go. Get down. Get down on it. That was better. There we go. Now it popped in the hole. I just had to wiggle it a little bit and get the right angle of the dangle on that. Okay, now that those are there, just real light. I'm gonna give a real light twist to it to tighten them up. Put them back on, like so. But I'm not gonna give the final twist to it until it's actually on, back on the, straddling that rotor. Okay. Okay, so there, like so. Now we're gonna straddle that rotor, line up our bolts. No, come on, get in there. Like so. Excellent. Now, I'm gonna line up that bolt on the bottom, line up my bolt on the top, get my bolts in hand. I'm gonna put it in by hand first, just so to make sure that I got it hanging good. There, it's on there. And I can back up a minute, get the lower one on, like so. Twist that in, put my old brake pads over there, get my star bit over there. There we go, now it's dropped in the hole. And we're good there. All right, now I can use my tight one. I'll use the top one first. Nope, that's, am I still on lefty loosey? Because now I want it to go the other way, that way, like so. Stops. I will come back with a final pass. Put my extension on. Pop it in. And now we're gonna go to town with this one. This was the one that gave me a lot of trouble on the way out. Let me get down a little bit lower, like so. There, that's good. Let's give it one more up. Remember, this is the one that gave me a lot of trouble before, so I do want to make it sure it's tight. Okay, there. Take that off. Take that one off. Put it down. Go. Me, I'm going so fast that I'm forgetting to pop it on there. All right. And don't want to strip them, but I do want to make sure it's on there tight. So there, those are on. Now let's move on to the star bits. Now I can take my seat again. Move on to the star bits. And again, the same thing. You want this to be real tight when you get these on there, but without actually stripping the damn thing. Take the bit with me. That's tight. Get a couple more cranks out of that. I'd rather go slow with it to begin with to make sure that I did it right. And again, I'm not going so fast that I strip it. Don't want to do that. Okay, now both of those are on good. Time for me to move my stuff out of the way. My wheel back over, hike it back up on, and put the lug bolts back in. So, hang in there. We're moving on. Moving on up. Like George and Wheezy. Come on, let's get that. Oops. So, tire time. There you go. Wheel that tire over. Now, I of course put the tools right in the way of where I want to stand so I can line up the holes. Because you got to line up the holes first. Wheel it into spot, line those holes up, and hopefully I can just lift up a little bit and drop the whole it on the holes. Still gotta go up a little bit more. Okay. Come on up. I use my foot as leverage. Yes. Probably something you're not supposed to do, but okay. get on the hole. I can see it. I can hear it. I can see it. I can feel it. Feel it in the air. There it is. There's one. Where's my other one? Next. There it is. There we go. And I have all 4 on there. Perfect. So, back to my tire iron. I'm gonna put these on. My lug bolts. There's one. There's not 2. Probably helps if I wasn't holding 2 in my hand, 2 nuts in my hand at the same time. But I like holding 2 nuts in my hand at the same time. Okay, all good there. And I was raised, again, you guys might have air guns for all this stuff or what have you. You use your air compressor and tools. I was raised old school. You did everything by hand. You got in there, you got close personal and could feel it. So you want to feel it. So. And not strip it. Sometimes the power is too much power. Way too easy for me to strip things that way. Okay. And this is why my nails get destroyed. Okay, now let's get our 17 millimeter, which is probably this one. Yeah, it is the dirty one. So get it on there and start swinging it. There we go. Like so. Get a little tug, spin it, and then tug it. I alternate. I don't do ones that are right next to one another. Unless, there we go. And now alternate over here. And that is brake pad number 2, start to finish. So, and we're gonna give it a good little tug. Like so. Like so. That one's solid. That one's solid. All right. Now onto the front pads. Front pads are a little bit bigger than the back pads. So we should have some fun wiggling those out, changing the pads, and putting all those nuts back together.